Mary Beth,
I am Helen.
and we are the creative hands and minds behind Toad Hollow, and today we are in the library. In the library
With the box cutter.
Professor Scarlet. Okay.
I got my iPad.
All right. Helen is getting her iPad so we can keep track of comments and things like that. So if you sign in, since you're going to be doing the project, I will track that.
Oh, okay.
And keep an eye on that. So how are you guys doing? I just twisted my knee.
You okay?
No. Okay. Anyway,
Should we move and go sit down?
No, we're good. Hold the dog, because I'm gonna go let the dog out.
Oh, okay.
Let the dog out.
We were setting up, and I was just about to hit go live, and he's sitting at the window, and I'm like, if you bark, and we knew he was going to do it as soon as we went live, that he was going to have to go outside. So today we have a couple things. We're going to show you. I put together two of the Nephews presents we showed you last week, how we were going to make the exploding boxes. So I saved one so I can do it and show you guys how I do it. Mail to open. It's a good day.
It's a good day.
I have content.
Yeah, I have update on my heart that I'm going to show you guys, and then I have some things to talk about with books. So it's cool. Hey Heather, how are you? So all right.
Erin's commenting on the Kit Kats in the picture. That's part of the Nephew project.
Yes. All right, here we go. All right. Let's start with the update on my heart. Because and then we'll save the...
She hasn't had one.
I'm sorry, I don't have one. It's made of stone. Actually, it's made of buttons. Here is my heart that I've been working on. I have added all the buttons. I have put in beads to fill in. And now I am slowly but surely adding floss. So you can see there where the green is. I'm adding different colors. Down here I've got some yellow. Over here I think I've got some blue. So what I'm doing is I'm just grabbing a length of floss and doing a satin stitch. Just going back and forth and filling in between the beads and the buttons and that kind of thing. And it's going to be a rainbow conglomeration when it's all done. It's a great way to use up buttons and beads because I fit quite a bit on there.
Are you doing 6 strands?
For the
satin
stitch, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
So I was going to say, if you're
as thick as possible, so I have to do the least amount of stitching as possible.
It would be a good use for, those random strands left from your cross stitch projects. But if you're only using 2,
yes.
I never really keep them. I usually just
and that would be, or when you finish your project and you have the pieces left because you took a piece this long and you actually used that bit much.
You needed 1 stitch.
Yeah. However, I am just taking random DMC floss, taking all 6 strands and stitching with it.
Cool.
And it's really, it is. It's really, really pretty. I'm going to, when I'm finished, get it completely centered, really tightened up, and then I think what I'm going to do is I'll sew down the back and just hang it on the wall just like that.
That'd be perfect.
Yeah. It looks really pretty.
Yes, it does.
So that's what I've been working on sometimes in the afternoon before I fall asleep, which is, about 2 minutes. Okay. And then the other thing that I wanted to talk about, Helen gave me this book for Book Vent. This was what, short stories?
No, I think it was
nonfiction.
Nonfiction.
Okay.
Did we have essays or something? It was probably nonfiction.
Nonfiction. Okay. This is These Precious Days by Ann Patchett. I've read 2 of them so far. I picked it up because I kept getting this ad for an article from The New Yorker, but I don't subscribe to The New Yorker, so I couldn't read it online where they kept pushing it in front of me. But I saw that it was written by Ann Patchett, and then I looked into it, and I saw that it was in These Precious Days, and I'm like, ha ha ha, New Yorker, I have the book. I don't need you. I can read it in the book. And the essay is how to practice. And she talks about Her best friend's father. And um, after he died, he was a character, an absolute character. But after he died, they had to go through all his stuff and sort through his things. And he had left things to everybody. Um, and I thought one of the things that she touches on is when somebody leaves you something, being able to kindly say no thank you. And because he left for her in his will a giant blue painting that she has no room for, that she really doesn't want. She has no attachment to it. He just wanted to leave her something because he knew what an important part she was in his children's lives. And so it was really very nice the way she said no thank you, but put that back into the overall so that you can get some money for it. And she took a small blue statue that meant so much more to her, which really worked out perfectly for everybody involved. But then she and her friend decided that they weren't going to leave that kind of stuff for somebody else to go through at the end. So she and her husband decided that they would move because there was a house that they fell in love with that had hit the market and they were going to move. But then they decided they really didn't want to move. They were just going to pretend to move and go through everything as if they were moving. And it's really interesting the way she goes through everything and talks about the different things and how at one point in her life she saw herself standing in a fountain sipping champagne from a tall flute, and she's not that person anymore. She doesn't need tall champagne flutes. She doesn't drink champagne, or if she does, she doesn't want it in a great big giant flute. So you know, that was the person she was in her 20s. This time where she is right now, she's not that person anymore, and how things that she had then don't fit the person that she is now. Remember them, get a kick out of them, and then get them out of there, type of thing. So it was really, really interesting to read it, and I have notes all over it. And you might have seen that when I held this up, it's got a note that says "Read me" because I left it for Helen. But it's a great way of looking at things and going through things and saying, okay, me in my 20s is not the same person as me now. So things that meant a lot to me in my 20s don't mean the same to me now. So it's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's a really interesting essay. And so if you can find it.
It's also written by Ann Patchett. So
Oh my God. It's beautifully written. Let me just say that. There's one, How Knitting Saved My Life. Twice.
Yeah.
Okay. So as I said, I just read that one because I was looking for it specifically because I thought, going through stuff. Paring things down,
Yeah.
It's the story. It's something that is very dear to my heart right now. However,
Speaking of which,
yes.
quick bit of admin.
Okay.
We are starting to destash a lot of our fabric ribbon inventories, and we're not doing it on the website. We're doing it on our Etsy site. So Toad Hollow NJ is where we are on Etsy. We've put up the wool felt sheets. They're deeply discounted. We're putting the ribbons up right now, deep discounts, but they're 2-yard cuts. So if you guys are looking for stuff like that, the fabric will slowly start to go up in fabric bundles.
The ribbon is
It's Renaissance ribbons.
the Renaissance ribbons, the jacquard ribbons.
Some of the Tula have already made it to the shop.
And as Helen said, we have in the listing. It tells you whether it's 3/8, 7/8, 5/8, 2 inches, that sort of thing, and
all 2-yard cuts.
And all 2-yard cuts. So that makes a great backing for a button band if you're sewing a buttons.
Right.
You just sew it up the back and it helps hold the buttons in place, and they're beautiful.
Yeah.
They're absolutely beautiful. So, and they're embroidered ribbons. They're just,
I mean, the ribbons are beautiful.
They're high
It's just
quality.
we are getting rid of things.
And we were talking about it, do we keep them? Do we not keep them? And we have not used them at all in probably the 4 years since we bought them.
Right.
So we are keeping the offcuts.
Yeah.
So if we have a piece that isn't exactly 2 yards long, we're keeping the offcuts. but the rest of it is going on. Get it out of here,
Right.
please.
So please help us.
Yes. So ultimately, all the fabric will go over there, and
we're just cutting down the ribbons first, and then we're going
Right.
to start moving to the bags of fabric.
Right.
So,
okay.
Okay. So, comments?
Okay. We have a lot of people coming in and saying hello. We have a bunch of people that are saying that they are so happy to be able to watch us live. Carol says, Helen, your beautiful sweater. Tell us, please.
Oh, it's my
City Limits?
City Limits sweater by Tennis Fiber Arts. You knit it holding fingering double, and the way you fade is you do the one color holding 2 strands of the one color, and then when you get ready to fade in the next color, you hold 1 strand of each color for your double. So that's what this is. It's this Curious George and the purple. So it's a great sweater, super comfortable.
This is your, other than, I think it's Michaelmas, but other than that, this is your favorite book sweater. Because these are all things left over from the favorite books, right? William, Bert, and Tom.
No, this is,
No?
The green is spruce or something? No.
Spruce was.
It was before spruce. It's a forest green. That's all. It's not William.
Oh, it's not the. Is it the forest? The Willow Fairy?
Yes, that's it.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. It's got gray in there though.
No, that's just the darker, because it's not William, Bert, and Tom.
Okay.
William, Bert, and Tom was my
the other one, yeah.
The other one, but yeah, I've got puff sleeves.
The orange is puff sleeves.
The orange is puff sleeves.
And you got James and the Giant Peach in
there.
Right. And Curious George.
Curious George. So a little bit of the fairies and the books. It was just, I found a fade that I liked, and
it's beautiful.
Yeah,
it really is.
So a super comfortable sweater.
We were talking the other day about colors that, go through colors, and which ones would you bring back if you had a chance to bring back colors, and puff sleeves was one of them, because Helen adores puff sleeves. However, I'm really thinking the Curious George needs to come back too, because God, that's beautiful. And William, Bert, and Tom was on that list too, because we just adore those colors so much. But okay, Erin wants to know if we will ever make bags again.
At this point,
we just had an argument about that yesterday.
We're focusing on yarn right now.
We are doing yarn and not getting sidetracked by other things yet. We will not say never, because
that doesn't work. That
is just, we know that. But for right now, not right now.
Right.
Okay. Snow Baby says, it's 60 in Erie, Pennsylvania today, and the bees are buzzing around. We have got snowbells that have popped up. We have daffodils that are just bound and determined that they're coming up. We have snow coming Monday night into Tuesday, but daffodils are like...
Yeah, because it's going to be 60 here tomorrow. And it's been high 40s all week.
Yeah, but daffodils are just... We're spring flowers, baby. We can handle it.
A lot of the bulbs that I've planted, all of a sudden they're starting to poke through that I planted this year. Because all the other stuff that Mary Beth mentioned is stuff that's been around for a while.
It's so cool. It's they're starting to come up. I love spring so much. This is my favorite.
This is fall spring. This is not spring.
Yeah. Okay, it is 51 degrees with a real feel of 59.
Okay.
That's a big difference. That sun is warm. It's getting warmer.
When our dye studio is all south facing windows, and the sun was pouring in when we were dyeing the other day, and we're like, oh, this is hot.
Yeah. Kim Kindle says they had their first red-winged blackbird, so spring in Illinois. That is very cool.
Yeah.
We used to do it that when you saw the robins, that was the sign the spring was coming, but then the robins started staying around all year round, so I haven't seen... We used to get the red-winged blackbirds a lot at the beach.
We don't have it's not the right climate here.
Yeah, we don't have the marshy here. But it's just...
71 in the Panhandle. Okay.
Now you're just showing off.
Now we just need Yolanda to come in and show it and tell us that it's negative 20 in Canada.
Right. So, but
the robins, the blue jays, the cardinals, and the sparrows, they don't even
they just stick around.
They just, so.
Okay. All right. Let's do the project. So how are we going to
Do you want to open this first or do the project?
Oh, let's do the project first and we'll do that
Okay.
next. All right. So how are we going to do this?
I'm going to turn the camera.
Okay. Erin says she's not sad about the yarn focus. Oh, Liz says that it's 56 in Southern California and they're freezing. I'm pretty sure
aren't
in
you guys
certain
underwater
parts
too?
of the country, 56 is like bikini weather for like,
Okay, well, here comes Scotland.
31 degrees, blowing wild from the east. Oh, that must be
gorgeous.
So
Cold.
gorgeous.
And very, very, very cold.
But so gorgeous. I love it when you get the nor'easter or the eastern wind across the ocean.
We are watching Monarch of the Glen right now, and they go for walkabouts on the estate. It's just like, come on, Hugo, let's go for a walkabout.
Would you please win the lottery or something and get me so that I can have a walkabout place like that? Yeah. So, okay. All right. How are we going to turn it? You're going to point it down?
Yes.
Okay. All right. You go ahead and do that.
All right, guys, close your eyes because I'm going to change the camera angle. You keep talking while I do this.
Okay. All right.
Okay, I think everybody can see.
You good?
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Take that away.
Oh, so the lady from Scotland says she loves it too, and she'll tell us a story about Monarch one day.
Oh, okay.
Charlie, thank you very much. She just came in and bought a couple of skeins of green to add to her stash.
I know Charlie loves green.
Yes.
Okay, so what I am doing is I have 2 size boxes. These are my Valentine's gifts for our nephews. We have 3 of them, so we're doing 3 of exactly the same.
It has to be exactly the same.
Right, they are that age. So what I'm going to do is make it so that when you lift the lid of the box, the sides fall down almost like an exploding box. And there's going to be candy along the inside, and then there's going to be the smaller box in there as well.
Okay.
So these are my tools of the trade. I have the 2 boxes. I have my box cutter. Very careful. We're on a cutting mat, so I don't have to worry about that. And then I have a pile of candy. And
what would you like me to do?
You can monitor comments and talk while I do.
Okay.
And then you just sit and look pretty. Right?
Okay, that's what I do best.
I have double-sided tape.
Okay.
So as far as the cutting, you just have to cut down the corners. It went so much easier than I thought it was going to when I did the first one. Of course.
Okay. I'm totally fascinated by what you're doing.
Oh, okay. So
okay.
I've cut down all my. So I gotta put here. There we go.
That's good.
Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the candies and glue them to the edge of the box.
Okay.
So that's where my my double-sided tape comes from.
All right. Would you like me to do the taping part? Everybody is just totally transfixed by what you are doing.
Or bored.
I don't think so. We're going to go with transfixed. All right. So 3 pieces to each side?
And then I fill in with Hershey. They get 4 Hershey Kisses.
Okay.
The first one I was doing. You also have to be careful to make sure you don't glue the actual chocolate, because with the Reese's, the foil likes to come up. But I was just merrily giving everybody lots of Kit Kats on the first one. And I'm like, oh, I have a limited amount of Kit Kats.
Yes, because we're huge fans of the Kit Kat.
So I have to make sure that I split it evenly.
So Kim is saying that one of her kids would really love this. It's a fun thing.
It is. It's a fun thing to do with the kids too. Obviously, don't let them do the cutting.
What did you do in school today? Oh, I used a box cutter. Cut down boxes. Our nephew just did his 100th day of school, and he had to dress like he was 100. And it was so cute looking at it. Jason is suggesting put the tape on the box and then attach the hearts so they don't fall apart on you.
I tried doing that on the first one, but then the tape went everywhere and everything was sticking to everything.
Okay.
So this is not the greatest tape dispenser. So
anyway, he was all dressed up in his 100-day outfit, and he just looked, he's 4. He's the perfect age. But I was thinking back when I did the 100th day with kids and all the different projects we would have. I had them do Fruit Loops. Somebody had to bring in Fruit Loops, and then we counted out 100, and they had charts that they had to put the little circles in so that they filled out all the different 100 boxes and that kind of thing. And just fun stuff that I would do with them. That's the kind of thing I miss.
His dad sent us something saying that what the picture doesn't show is that Declan didn't really understand the assignment, and he just wanted to know why he couldn't be a shark like he was for Halloween.
So Helen suggested that maybe he be a 100-year-old shark, but
then we had great discussions on how long sharks actually live.
Right, which sadly is not 100 years, but he made a perfect 100-year-old man. I'll be right back.
So I'm just putting the Hershey Kisses on it, and then I will do the small box.
I'm going to get my tape.
I'm about done.
But the other box?
Oh, it's just the 4. They just get the big one and then the 4.
Oh, okay. All right.
You're supposed to be in here talking to people.
I'm trying to help.
Okay, so that is the big box. I need my small box.
There you go.
And we do the same thing, cut down the sides.
Should we move this out of the way so you don't... Okay. Anne says her mind is working on how to do this with Christmas gifts. If you get Christmas boxes, definitely.
Yeah.
And Charlie says Greenland sharks live to about 270 years old. Well...
Where were you, Charlie? I'm going to send him something now saying, wait. Okay, so the prize is the pound of Hershey, the 1 pound Hershey Kiss that goes in the small box. So that goes like that. And then for their mom, each wall of the small one gets a Dove chocolate. Because Mary Beth said I was wasting it on children who don't understand about Dove.
Really? And
which I agree.
Yes. Cheryl says she's thinking of Easter boxes. That too, Cheryl. That they would work really well for Easter boxes.
If you had like little peeps all along. If you use royal icing and you put the peeps on.
Yeah. Or a box. If you just get one of the smaller boxes of them, and then you just tape the whole box to it, then that would work. Also, chocolate bunnies.
Cadbury eggs.
Yeah. Cozy Hermitage Craft Room wants to know, when do you get to the part where you eat the candy? We get to eat everything that's left.
I was going to say, see all this? This is all the...
This
is the ants portion of the...
Okay,
so now this goes in the middle.
And
Where are my lids?
Ashen Ocean Shuggle Granny, the one that the lady in Scotland said she'd make the prize wool. Well, we have something else other than wool. We have,
So also that goes in here is they each get a pair of socks, and that's their cat.
they have two cats that are, they adore. And so we had socks done with their cats on them.
And this is where we got them from. So that goes in here like this. Fold it up. So now, when they get it, they open it up and ta-da! And then they open the middle one, the little one. Ta-da! So it's really cute.
Yeah.
For minimal effort.
And really, you
And
got
cost.
the boxes at Walmart.
I mean, the cost, yeah, the boxes are from Walmart. So.
The biggest thing was the socks. That was the most expensive thing.
Right. So it can be any occasion.
As long as you get the right decoration on the box.
Yeah. So, Valentine's gift.
So what we're going to do is Helen cuts out a heart and puts Happy Valentine's Day to them. And then we're going to wrap them and stick them in a box and send them down to Virginia.
Right.
So, okay.
Okay.
Okay, cover your eyes.
Right, we're moving back up. Okay.
All right. All right, so that's your arts and crafts for the day. All right.
I love it when it works.
Yes.
Because I saw it online and on Instagram or something. And generally when I see those, it's like, oh, I can do that. And then you find out that
It doesn't
it's
work.
not nearly as easy as it looks.
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. And it's going to be really cute when they get it.
Yeah.
So that it's going to be lots of fun for
I'm
them
going to have to
open.
send instructions to his father to make sure he films when they
Yes,
open it.
so that we can see. Okay, so the other thing that we have is we got a package in the mail.
So, one of you, Sunbeams on TikTok, tagged me and Mary Beth on someone, it's Marie James. She was doing a blind date with a book. And she was advertising it on TikTok, and what she was trying to do was get somebody from every state to come in and buy. She wanted to be able to mark on her map that every state had come in for this particular thing.
And we noticed that she didn't have New Jersey
right.
yet.
So we felt the need.
Now, is she a bookseller? I mean, is she a bookstore?
She's a romance author.
Okay.
But I guess she sells other books too.
Okay.
But so she had different categories, and children's books was still open, and then young adult fantasy was open. So we went with the young adult fantasy. But we held it to. Sorry, I'm losing my shoe.
That's okay. That's so much better than I was wondering what was under the table. So, okay.
So we saved it so that we could open it today.
All right. So this is a mystery date with a book. And you went on, and she said that she had sold 1,400 of them.
I was TikTok wanted me to review it, and it says 1,400 sold.
Well, that's fantastic, because I'm so glad that a small business is doing this.
Yeah. So this is what it comes out looking. Comes out of the envelope like. See that? Little candies. They look like little sour balls.
They do. We're gonna have to try them.
It's wrapped, so because they're little pockets. So you get the thank you. My receipt. But then look at the pockets. So, here.
Okay. We have emotionally attached to fictional characters. Yes. Tall, dark, and fictional. There's another sticker. So these are all stickers that you can put on your Kindle or whatever. I read romance books. Proudly. Just one more chapter. Yes, that's what I was doing last night. I've started a new book and I really had to fight myself to put it away. And then this is our tarot card. We're the collector.
Rather appropriate.
Kimberly says that these are freeze-dried Skittles.
Oh, are they really?
Okay, we're going to have to try one.
Okay.
All right, what else did we get?
So then also we got little
Tags?
flags for notating in the book. A bookmark that says a good day to read a book. Make every day your masterpiece is another bookmark. Another bookmark.
That's a great way of tracking books.
Yeah, oh yeah, okay.
It's an empty bookshelf or the books don't have the titles, so you
Yeah.
can put them on and color them as you finish them.
And then a reading.
That's such a cool idea.
A reading log.
That's like the old-fashioned library cards.
Yeah.
Here, you want one?
Freeze dried.
Yep. Ann Pitt says those are freeze-dried candies. Charlie feels called out by the stickers.
They're hard.
And Jason says, ooh, fancy date. Okay.
So, Mom.
If you suck them for a little bit, they just basically fall apart. Very good. But you're
Somehow or
right.
other, I missed this trend.
They're freeze-dried Skittles.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, so the book is
Okay.
we've already read it.
I just finished
As a
reading
matter of
this.
fact, maybe just finished rereading it.
I did. I just finished rereading this. It's a good book.
Yeah.
It was good. I think I gave it 3.5 stars. I think I actually gave it 3.75.
Okay.
And we have it on digital. So if I like the second and third one, I am really kind of glad that we got it.
Yeah.
Because I can see that being a collection.
And it's a pretty cover.
It is.
I mean, it's a
It's
pretty
beautiful.
book, so.
Okay. Jason says drying the candies make the flavors more intense.
The flavor is intense.
Oh, Heather just ordered freeze-dried Skittles, M&Ms, and gummy worms for them to try.
Where? How am I missing that this is a thing?
I don't know. Maybe we just go online and look up freeze-dried
Freeze-dried
stuff.
candy.
Yeah. I don't know. It was actually pretty good. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was just I was expecting. You said Skittles, so I bit into it expecting
The
Skittles,
chewy.
and I
Right.
broke a tooth practically.
Okay.
Not really. So cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
No, that is very, very good.
And all the extras are fun.
Yeah, I love them.
Yeah.
So we have all different kinds of bookmarks and things to keep track of books that you're reading. These are cute. I really like this one. This is one of the little magnetic bookmarks. So, well, sister number 3 knows that it's a thing because she says freeze-dried sour candy is the best.
Okay.
All right.
Where does one get these things from? I feel so out of the loop.
Pretty sure the Giant will have it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where I go for everything.
And maybe it's something that you do yourself. You need a freeze-drying machine.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it's going to be worth buying a freeze-drying machine.
No, I don't think so.
Craft shows.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And somebody says their local Winco store has a freeze-dried candy section.
Okay.
Well, I don't have a
That was
Winco,
good. Now I have to go find a Winco.
but I'm wondering if, Trader Joe's or Whole Foods might have it.
Yeah.
We can look into it.
Stop and shop.
Yeah. Okay. All right. It is Jason. Jason says it's an amazingly put together kit. And
I love how she wrapped it with the different pockets.
And having everything sticking out.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
very, very good packaging.
Yes.
So.
Good job marketing all over.
Yes. And for
They
whoever.
have freeze-dried Peeps.
Oh my God. Do they have the freeze by Cadbury eggs? Not the milk, the chocolate ones.
Do you want to freeze-dried chocolate?
Yes, Amanda, that
But-
shows every time. Okay, my sister says that we need the hot chocolate velvetizer more. Every time I open Facebook, that ad is the first thing I see. It's a wonderful little machine that will make French-styled hot chocolate.
Oh my God.
And then in the ad, they have chocolate mousse on top of it.
Oh, it's just, it looks so good.
Oh my God. And the hot chocolate is like, it's not liquid.
No, it's like thick.
It's like
syrupy.
Syrupy. It
When,
just looks so good. And so the three of us go back and
Hercule
forth.
Poirot starts talking about the syrup and that kind of thing. I think that's what he's talking about.
But the three of us go back and forth online about whether we should indulge in
Yes.
hot chocolate velvetizer.
I keep saying that it's a necessity, but
Yeah, because they show that you have the perfect croissant and they're dipping it in and it comes up glazed in this rich chocolate. Oh.
and it's got a thing that heats the milk and then the chocolate.
Well, it does it all together because you put the milk in with the shaved chocolate and it's just,
We may be getting one. I don't know.
Yeah.
Not right now.
no one will be shocked
Right.
when we come on here on a Friday and say, we are going to be
So-
trying a velvetizer.
Surprise, surprise, we got a
I
hot
had to
chocolate
buy it for
velvetizer.
science.
It is for content. We can write it off as part of the business. Okay. All right. Oh, Deborah says that the shop that she has her crochet stuff in has freeze-dried items and she loves the ice cream sandwiches.
Oh,
Okay. I remember getting dots, the freeze-dried dots
Yeah,
that
and
were
it
the ice
wasn't-
cream, and it was not very good.
because you put, to me, ice cream is my food group.
Yeah.
And when you put ice cream in the title, I am expecting creamy
ice cream. Yeah.
So if it's not, like I was seeing, somebody was making, it was advertising a milkshake and it was frozen custard shake.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, it was Shake Shack. Frozen custard shake. And I'm like, no, you don't get to call yourself Shake Shack if you're not using ice cream.
No, it's got to be ice cream. Gotta be ice cream. All right. So sister number 3 says she's going to buy the velvetizer and tell her husband it's for the nephews, because they come and visit you all the time. So
And just forget to give it to them.
right. All right. Jason says his ice cream is his food group too. Well, yes,
Yes.
it really is.
Yeah.
So,
We were trying to decide what to have for dinner last night. And I'm like, Carvel came up and I'm like, there, I'm good.
yeah. Okay. All right. We have to get going. It is about to explode outside because one of Hugo's friends is walking by and. Oh, really? Well, now I'm worried that he's dead. Why isn't he?
And
off
they
the
just,
birthday?
oh, he doesn't like him.
Oh, he doesn't like him.
No, because she gets all
Oh,
gushy.
okay.
It's one of our neighbors, and Hugo likes the dog, but not the owner.
All right, never mind then. Okay, all right. Ruth Ann says that they growing up they called soft serve ice cream frozen custard. Oh,
Oh, okay.
all right. Well, that might work
All right. Well, then
because
I take it back, Shake Shack.
yeah, Helen loves frozen ice soft serve.
Yeah.
Um,
It's like something I have to do every summer. Is that somewhere along the lines I have to find myself some chocolate soft serve.
yeah, I just don't. It doesn't work as much for me. It doesn't have the intense flavor that regular ice
But
cream
it's
has.
the creamy.
But it's just I'll
To
just
me.
let mine melt a little bit and.
And when we used to get them and they dip it into
Yeah.
the hard chocolate, like the magic
Yeah.
shell.
Yeah. All right. Can I block that person?
Oh, I didn't just ignore them. We're going.
Okay. All right. I don't know whether that's going to work or not.
Yes,
But
you hit them.
okay. All right. Anyway.
And you deleted their message, so.
Oh, well, that's good. Okay. We are going to get
I
going.
suppose it means that we're like making it in the world that we're getting trolls now.
Yes.
So.
From Bozo the Clown. All right. We are going to get going because we have things that we need to do. We are going to. Oh, thank you very much, Carla. She reported him twice already. We are working on our sweaters, seeing if we can get them almost finished by next week. And
I have a sleeve done.
yeah,
I have one sleeve left to go and my sweater is done.
I am almost done my first sleeve. I am down to I have like 3 more rows and then the ribbing.
Okay.
And I'm not sure how much ribbing I'm going to do because I have to see how long the sleeve is. But it says it calls for 2 inches of ribbing, and I may only do like 3 or 4 rounds
Oh,
just to
okay.
close it down.
Yeah.
And then that'll be it. But we have that to do. We have more ribbons to list. We're working on getting things listed on the Etsy store. So if you came in a little bit late, we are moving our fabric and ribbons and that kind of stuff over to our Etsy store. It is Toad Hollow NJ on Etsy, and we are putting stuff over there, and it is deeply discounted. So
Right.
the ribbons are coming in 2-yard cuts. That's the only,
Yeah, it's all pre-cut
yeah,
so that the fabric come in bundles and the ribbons are pre-cut. So it's just all we have to do is just grab it, stick it in an envelope, and it's ready to ship. And
Yep.
we can ship it within the day.
Yep.
So
that's the
Um,
plan.
yeah.
So we are slowly but surely getting stuff over there. Cozy Hermitage says, all this talk about candy and ice cream, she's going to raid a sweet shop. Well, I am with you
Yeah.
on that. So,
I'm like feeling the need for soft serve ice cream.
well,
Or, you know, like a half gallon of Turkey Hill chocolate.
I was going to
ice
say, we have Turkey Hill in the freezer, so that will do nicely. I'll just serve a little bit and let it sit on the counter.
Yeah.
And since we have the aga that goes all the time, it will melt down in no time. All right. We hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the weekend.
Go forth and create.
It's going to be gorgeous here.
Yes.
So it's going to be absolutely
Enjoy
beautiful.
the warm weather while we get it.
The fall spring.
Yeah.
And then we're heading into snow on Monday night into Tuesday. So it will be interesting to see how that turns out.
Yeah.
But okay. Have a great weekend.
We'll see you Tuesday.
All right. Bye.
Thanks everybody for coming.
Oh, yes. Thank you.